morning. My name is Ramajeyalakshmi from English department. Here I am going to take Admirable Crichton. It's a drama written by SirJames Matthew Barrie. So this is Admirable Crichton, written in the year 1902. A play by J.M. Barrie is a satirical comedy dealing with a class and social structure about a butler who rises to become the leader of his aristocratic employers after they are all stranded on a deserted island. Barrie, best known for the Peter Pan, was a Scottish novelist and a playwright. He was made a baronet and a member of the Order of Merit for his contribution to literature. Barrie died on pneumonia in 1937. His full name is Sir James Matthew Barrie, born on May 8, 1860 and died in the year June 19, 1937. His famous works are this is Admirable Crichton is a comic stage play written in the year 1902, and now we are going to see the characters in Admirable Crichton. So Admirable Crichton characters are, the first character is William Bill Crichton. He is a butler to the Earl of Lowe and he is a honest and efficient person. Crichton has a one complaint about his master. He is not a contemptuous enough of his inferiors. The next character is Earl of Lowe. Earl of Lowe, a peer of realm and Crichton liberal master. Earl believes in the equality. So this is an important character. The Earl believes in the equality of all members of society. Once in the month, he has his servants in for a tea. When he has an opportunity to practice his theories, in fact, he becomes an ardent believer in the supremacy of the aristocracy. So we have seen two characters. The first character is Crichton, the second character is Earl of Lowe, and the third character is Ernest Ole. He is the third character and he is a nephew of Earl of Lowe and maker of brilliant epigrams. He is famous for writing epigrams. Ernest is a cheerful, egotistical young man about town with enough shrewdness to avoid work entirely. So the next character is Lady Mary. Lady Mary is the oldest daughter of Earl of Lowe, as a part of useless aristocracy. She is naughty, proud and languorous. The next character is Agatha and Catherine. Earl of Lowe has three daughters. The daughters' names are Lady Mary, Lady Agatha, Lady Catherine. So Lady Catherine, youngest daughters of the Earl of Lowe, after being on the island for a time, they also learn to do things for themselves and no longer do they depend on maids to answer their every whims. The next character is Lord Brocklehurst. Lord Brocklehurst, the man Mary has chosen to be her husband, is a completely nullified, a mother's boy, humorless, pompous, correct, bold and useless character. The next character is Crichton. Crichton is a pleasant and athletic young clergyman. He is the first to realize that Crichton is the natural leader of the group on the island. The next character is Lady Brocklehurst. Lady Brocklehurst, formidable domineering mother. After the return of the seafarers, she tries to learn what really happened on the island. So the next character is Fisher. Fisher is a Lady Mary's maid. So we have seen important characters in Admirable Crichton. Now we go for the story, the summary of the Admirable Crichton. So the Admirable Crichton has 4 acts. We are going to see Act 1. Act 1 is set in Loam Halls, the household of Earl of Lowe, a British peer, with Crichton being his butler. Loam considers the class division in British society to be artificial. He promotes his view during tea parties, where servants mingle with his aristocratic guests to the embarrassment of all. Crichton particularly disapproves considering the class system to be the natural outcome of the civilized society. This is Act 1. Act 1 sets in a Loam Hall. So, he gives a tea party and he says that there is no class division between low class and high class people. Now, we are going to see Act 2. Loam, his family and friends and Crichton are shipwrecked on a deserted tropical island. The resourceful Crichton is the only one of the party with any practical knowledge, and he assumes initially with a reluctance the position of a leader. This role begins to take on a sinister tones when he starts turning earnest, one of the young aristocrats with them, to break a likely forever blabbed epigrams by putting his head in a bucket of water whenever he makes one. So, this is Act 2. In Act 2, the ship was wrecked and they were deserted and they were in the deserted island. So, Act 3. In Act 3, the play has advanced 2 years. So, in Act 3, we are seeing what happened in the deserted land. They were in the desert land, it takes 2 years. Now, Crichton has civilized the island with a farming and house building, and now in the called Gov is waited on with the trappings and privileges of power, just as his master had been in Britain. Lady Mary, Loam's daughter, falls in love. In between what happened, Lady Loam was in love with Crichton, but she was engaged with Brocklehurst, forgetting her engagement to Lord Brocklehurst at home. Just as she and Crichton are about to be married by a clergyman who was shipwrecked with them. So, now Act 4, subtitled The Other Island. The final act is set back at Loam Hall. So, first act took at Loam Hall, again second act and third act they were in the island, and he taught a good lesson for all the people. Now, we came again to Act 4. Act 4, the same act takes place in Loam Hall, where the status quo and has been returned uneasily. The Loam and their friends are embarrassed. The Loam and the friends are embarrassed by Crichton's presence, since Ernest has published a false account of events on the island, presenting himself and Lord Loam in key roles. Lady Brocklehurst, Lord Brocklehurst's mother, quizzes the family and servants about events on the island, suspecting that Lady Mary might have been unfaithful to Lord Brocklehurst. The household evades these questions except for a final one when Lady Mary reacts with shock. Oh no, impossible, to the suggestion that Crichton might become butler at her married household. To protect her, Crichton explains the impossibility is due to his leaving service, and the play ends with his and Lady Mary's regretful final parting. Thank you.